Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Highland Gamescast. Today we have Timoya, Chiblima, and Daniel. So today on the Highland Gamescast, we're going to be discussing a new rumor that's been going around about Link's Awakening DX or the original Link's Awakening. The rumor doesn't really say which one, just a version of the original Game Boy or Game Boy Color Link's Awakening releasing alongside Link's Awakening for the Nintendo Switch, which in itself is great for people who are a fan of Link's Awakening or want to try it out for the first time, but it also opens the Nintendo Switch up to be getting Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advanced games, which is really great because as of right now, they're not really available unless you play like the Sega Ages thing or whatever it's called, or if a third party publishes their own game on the eShop that was available on the Game Boy or Game Boy Color. I think they have, like, didn't Nintendo release the original like Donkey Kong on the eShop as well? Have you guys been able to see it?
I don't have a Nintendo Switch.
Oh, okay.
So.
I haven't looked at the eShop in forever.
Okay. Well, there's like special cases where there are games that were available on the Game Boy that are available on the Nintendo Switch, but for the most part, like there's no like getting onto Nintendo's online service where it's full of NES games right now. If this does release, then it opens it up to not just having the NES games for the Nintendo Switch online service, but Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games as well. So I just wanted to go around quickly and ask everyone's thoughts on the original Link's Awakening launching alongside this and whether they think the rumor could be true or not. So starting with you, Daniel, and then we can go to Moya next, and then Choobs.
What would almost be better is have it sort of be like a pack-in or tie-in with the remake. Because with, for example, Metroid Zero Mission back on the GBA, when you beat the game, I think it would unlock basically the original Metroid, which then you could play on that cart. So you could switch between playing Zero Mission or then the original Metroid, which is just kind of a neat Easter egg. I don't know why you'd want to play the original Metroid after playing Zero Mission, but the option was there. But I feel like that would almost work better rather than releasing it alongside this shiny remake, because I almost feel like, why would you get it? Like, I don't see many people aside from really hardcore Nintendo fans wanting to buy the original release of Link's Awakening alongside the, like, spending additional cash to buy this game that there's also a remake out for, you know? It just doesn't seem very business savvy. But if you say you beat the game and then it's like, bye-bye, you unlocked the original version, if you want to play it, wink wink, then that almost seems like a more fun sort of incentive. Or not even the original version, but at least DX they should do. I mean, it's already on the eShop on 3DS if you really want it, but yeah, I don't know. Otherwise, releasing it seems kind of pointless to me. But that's my thought. Who's next?
All right,
No, I'd have to agree with everything you said. I mean, it's pointless to release the original and the remake together. I believe that's the scoop, right?
Yeah,
like it's
it's pointless. It's outdated. It's old. I mean, I like the idea that Dan recommended, which is the after you beat the game, maybe you can play the original, like you unlock the original, something like that in the menu. But I don't see why you would do that if it just seems like a waste to me. So there's really not much to say about that. I mean,
yeah,
it just seems
also
like a waste of time.
you're competing with yourself almost. Like if you put out both versions, I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, Pokemon does it all the time, but add it with two versions of the same game. So I guess I can't really. But I don't know. It just feels like weird that they would. They've never really done that kind of thing before, but as much as a wild card as Nintendo is, like, their HD re-releases of other games have never had like them like sliding the GameCube version of Wind Waker along with the HD re-release,
right?
trying to get you to buy it.
Some people actually prefer the original Wind Waker over the HD one.
Maybe
Some
they don't like the
aspects.
bloom, too much
Or
bloom
the-
effect or something. I think the remake
Yeah.
looks fantastic, but yeah, I don't know. It just seems like a waste of cash. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I
Alright.
100% agree.
Tubes, do you have any thoughts on this?
Yeah, I apologize in advance. My internet is like crap in the bed right now. So I think that you guys are pretty much like right on the mark there. I don't really care if this comes out like side by side or not, because I would not buy it. Money is a thing that I don't throw as much as I'd like to at Nintendo. I try to be a little bit more reserved about that. So
Yeah.
I know like
If
actually
only-
it's really funny that even Daniel, the collector he is, was like, oh, if it came out, I wouldn't get it, or I don't want to get it, because I feel like he would probably still get it, because it's just how he is. But
Not if it was digital. If it was digital only, I would.
oh,
I have a far easier time passing on it. But if it's a physical release that I can like touch and put in my shelf and stuff,
I
then
know-
then I'm a sucker for
I
it.
agree.
I know the perfect way Daniel would get it is if they like in Twilight Princess they had the amiibo that unlocked the new dungeon. So like if
Uh-oh.
this unlocked if they released an amiibo that unlocked the game.
But
Like digital.
so they release an amiibo that is only a pack-in with the original version of Link's Awakening, but you have to use that amiibo in the new version of Link's
No, like you buy the
to unlock
special
a new
edition.
dungeon.
you buy special edition Link's Awakening,
Right.
HD or whatever they end up calling it for the
Yeah.
Switch, but it comes with an amiibo that if you tap it, then it just downloads the original or unlocks
Right.
the original
Okay.
game.
Then
onto
yeah, I
your
totally.
thing.
Mhm.
Well, but I mean, depending on what kind of amiibo it is and the rarity, I might not even open it. So I might just keep that boy boxed. But I mean, yeah, it's. I already have the Game Boy version of Link's Awakening already, and so and I'm committed to getting the Switch version. So I'm not sure of buying the Game Boy version again. Even it would. I don't know.
yeah, I'd avoid it.
All right.
What about you, Jesse? Sorry, we all like just.
No, so you
super
guys have a
negative about
point.
this.
So someone might be joining on and being like, "Why are they all hating on the original Link's Awakening?" But the thing is,
No.
so a thing with Link's Awakening that a lot of people who haven't played it, or at least haven't played it in a long time, don't realize is when you play a Zelda game now, you have your sword, which is automatically almost always on a certain button, and then your shield is held up almost automatically, and then you press R or whatever to hold it out. With the original Link's Awakening, you could have 2 items at a time, and that's it. So there's 2 buttons, so you get 2 items. A sword and a shield, or a sword and a boomerang, or a boomerang and a shield, or a candle and a shield, or a feather that helps you jump, and a shield. So like you constantly have to switch back and forth between all of the items. Whereas the remake is likely going to have like a normal Zelda game, to where like the shield's always being held up by itself. It's not attached to any buttons. It's just there. The sword is mapped to the B button, and then you have the other buttons to do whatever. So yeah, it's just going to be a lot more accessible and easier on the remake. That going back to the original, I think it could make it so that someone's like, wow, this is horrible. Why would someone play this? Like you have to pause the game every 10 minutes when you're in a dungeon, or not every 10 minutes,
It would
but
be like a straight
yeah.
replacement of the. Yeah.
Yeah. So in that sense, like I mentioned earlier, I think for the people who are just huge fans of Link's Awakening, I think it's a good thing for them if the rumor does end up being true. But other than that, the only good thing I could see about it is just opening the Switch up to the library of other Game Boy and Game Boy Advanced games. So,
Yeah.
all right.
There's some
Daniel.
real good GBA gems that like Minish Cap that maybe need a remake too.
Oh
so
yeah, I would love
Yeah.
to see that. Freaking love
Nintendo,
those
wink,
guys.
wink, nudge, nudge.
But just yeah, exactly.
It was Capcom that made that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Capcom.
It was
but I mean,
Inafune.
they've
Mhm.
had some nice. Capcom and Nintendo have been playing nice, so
Yeah, they're homies.
they're homies.
That's why I'd like to see more, third party people making Zelda games rather than just like Nintendo just making Zelda. 'Cause I feel like there could be some big, huge potential right there.
Yeah.
You know,
There was did you ever see there's a developer from, I don't know if he was on the team that worked on the Mario plus Rabbids, but he was someone who used to work for Ubisoft, may still work for Ubisoft, but he revealed a little piece of artwork of a planned Game Boy Advanced remake, or I guess demake, of Wind Waker. Do you remember seeing that?
Oh
Tomoya?
yeah,
I don't-
Ah, it was like they wanted to remake Wind Waker, but for GBA, so in like a sprite-based 2D version of Wind Waker, almost like a demake. And I just thought it was
Yeah,
pointless.
downmake.
And everyone was like, a lot of people, we covered this on a podcast ages ago, but people were like, oh, that looks so cool. I wish I could have done that. And I'm like, it's so pointless. Like,
Yeah, it is.
you have so much of this world that's built around 3D and so many 3D environments and puzzles that are made in 3D. And
Yeah.
then you have to, like, I don't know, like, change everything to change just because of the perspective shift and everything. I don't know. Just,
Imagine how boring the sea would be too.
oh my god.
Like the music wouldn't feel as grand or anything. It just
Oh.
really.
Yeah, you would just be
boring.
seeing a top-down view of a boat with
Yeah.
like surrounded
You don't
by
see the
blue.
distance anymore. You're like seeing the islands from the distance. You're like, oh my god, I can't wait to get there. I'm getting closer and closer. But no, you're like kind of seeing everything already because it's from top
Yeah.
down.
Oof.
Yeah,
It would just be very
Yeah, hard
wouldn't-
pass.
boring. Yeah. I'd pass
unless
it.
there was just a fast travel, like choose on your map, and then it just cuts to a loading screen, and then back you're on the next island.
Yeah.
And damn, that's not a fun time. That's just
Nope.
nope.
Yeah.
That's
So Daniel, take us on to the Ocarina of Time theories.
oh boy. Okay, guys, this is a part of the podcast Jesse likes to torture me. Welcome, everybody. We're gonna talk about some Zelda theories. Yeah, I don't know if you guys actually got around to picking one on here, but we're gonna talk about some Ocarina of Time theories. These are not firm, confirmed things. Link is not dead. We're not talking about real facts, but just some speculation that's floating around this here webpage we found on the internet. So, yeah, I guess, are we going for favorites or?
Yeah, it's like each of you guys picking one of the temple theories to keep
Alright.
it kind of themed around temples.
Keep it fresh.
Okay.
There are so many.
Hey everyone, it's me again, Elia Rose. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video. And you know what? If you're a fan of videos like this, you should totally subscribe and give this video a like and comment below to let us know what type of videos you would like to see us create in the future. And if you would really like to support all of us here at the GameOverJesse channel, please consider purchasing a GameOverJesse t-shirt or becoming a Patreon at patreon.com/GameOverJesse, where you can receive many rewards, such as getting shoutouts, having any topic or theory that you select discussed on the podcast or made into its own video, having your question answered, joining on as a guest on the podcast, and playing with us during our Twitch live streams at twitch.tv/GameOverJesse, and much, much more.